Good morning, everyone. How are you today? So, I just finished up my live stream over on Instagram. Every Monday, if you haven't joined us on Instagram, I will be doing my live streams there first, talking to people. Um, Say hi to Frank back there. Good morning, Frank. um, I'll be talking to people there and seeing how your weekend was, getting a little bit of information from them, and then coming over here and doing a live on YouTube. So, Mondays, I'm going to start on Instagram. I believe it's 7:30 a.m. Pacific time, or that's 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure about the rest of the time zones, but those are your basic ones. So, what I spoke about briefly, Frank the Cowfish, week back, 2 weeks back, um, he had a tank mate he's had for a while, a clownfish, and they got along for a good long while, but the clownfish started harassing Frank recently and actually bit off one of his horns. So I thought it was fine because cowfish can grow back their horns, no big deal. It's kind of like our fingernails. It breaks, it just grows back. But over the few days after it happened, I noticed Frank had what I originally thought was lymph. It was a little bit fuzzy on the tip of his horn, but then over the next few days, it kind of spread across his body. And so it was like behind his horn, up above his eye, a little bit back on his tail. And it worried me because Frank is my baby. I don't want anything to happen to him. And, oh, excuse me. So I realized that I needed to start medication. And one of the amazing products that New Life offers is a gel and a dough food. With those, you can mix medications in it. Now, we do make the Hex Shield and the Ick Shield, but I need an antibacterial. So CChem makes a product called Canaplex. I went and picked that up at my local shop. I've used that for medicating fish. I also work at a local aquarium store. I've used that to help medicate the fish in the hospital, and it's worked pretty well. What I really like about it is that when you put it in the tank, you can make as much or as little of it as you need, and it's very easy. Especially with Frank, I can make a little blob of it and stick it on my finger, and he'll come and eat it right off my finger. So I started treating his food with Canaplex, and I started dosing Canaplex in my tank. Today will be my third dose. I'm going to do a water change before I dose and then dose again. He's looking a lot better than he was, but he still has a little bit of the bacteria. I think it's bacteria. I'm not 100% sure. He's still got a little bit of that on him. So it's really easy to use NLS dough or gel. They're a little bit different how you make the two. I prefer the dough, but you can use whichever you want. The gel is going to make you a product kind of like the cubes that you can, like the frozen cubes you can buy and just like let them float in your tank, but you can make them as big or as small as you need. The dough, it's like you're making cookies or brownies or something like that. You mix part water to part of the powder, and in Frank's case, part medication. So when you do it, I recommend trying to hold the phone and give you a good example. So shot glass. It's a really small, easy way to do it. You don't need a lot of liquid for this, so I'm going to say a couple drops. I didn't even fill it up to the bottom. A little bit of liquid. I mixed my Canaplex in there and then mixed the NLS dough powder in and just stirred it up. It's going to be a little sticky when you first do it, but put it in the refrigerator for maybe 10-15 minutes and it'll solidify a little bit, and then you can take out however much you need and feed. If you do make extra, like I did the other day, because I don't want to have to worry about making it every time I feed him, make sure that you cover it before you put it back in the refrigerator. If you don't, it'll get a little bit hard and you'll have to remake it again. So that's one of the recommendations that I would have. I can't see who's joining. My phone screen is a little bit small, but thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below or send an email. You can contact us here on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram. You can go through our website, New Life Spectrum. Um, I'm usually the one behind the social media pages, but our entire staff is absolutely amazing. So we're always eager to help and help you find New Life Spectrum to make your tanks better. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have anything else to talk about today. Um, Next week I'll give you another update on Frank. I do recommend that you hop over to our Instagram channel. I've got some great day-by-day photos of Frank and how his horn is healing and how that health issue has been progressing and thankfully getting better. Um, yeah, so we love talking to you. I will be doing these live feeds every Monday morning unless something crazy comes up. So come with your questions. We love talking to you. I love hearing from you. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good week. See you next week.